Hello, Cleveland. Welcome to a Too Much Effing Perspective hit single. One particularly good story from one particularly amusing artist. I'm Alan Keller, and as you know, my co-host Alex Hoffman and I define Spinal Tap moments as moments that may not have been funny at the time they happened, but are hilarious in retrospect. Well, today's hit single actually is less funny now than it was when it first occurred, especially considering that we are now on the cusp of electing the first female president in U.S. history, Kamala Harris. Telling this funny but not so funny story is my Second City friend and frequent Whose Line Is It Anyway and Wild 'N Out guest star, Nyima Funk.
So there were many things that we did in Second City, Detroit when I started. You know, we only had one touring company, which we only went out and did the car company shows. So Ford, GM, we would do shows there every Friday. And it would all be things that, you know, is like team building. And I remember my first one that I did, I was on the road with Larry Joe Campbell and Keegan-Michael Key, and I was the understudy at this time. And I remember my first note was, the GM of the plant says everybody can see your nipples through your shirt. This was back in 97. This was before padded bras even existed. And it was also before you couldn't say stuff like that, right? But there's often things that I think back on that it's like, wow, I didn't realize the power I had in that moment to go, you know, that's not cool. It was more like, oh, the room is cold. I'm sorry. I didn't even think I had boobs. You know, which was always a very strange thing.
Thanks for joining us for a single dose of the TMEP show. If you enjoyed it, please like, review, and subscribe to our podcast on whatever platform you're listening. Tune in next time for more great Spinal Tap moments on Too Much Effing Perspective.
Too Much Effing Perspective is a Milwaukee Talkies original. Evergreen Podcast Network.